I've got some stories to tell you. Oh my God. Oh, the ride home.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see.
We are packed and ready to go on our way to Outer Banks, North Carolina. I'm not going to do a whole lot of vlogging on my way down because I'm driving. But everything's packed. You can't even see it because I got my cover over it. This video is a long time coming. I don't know why it took so long for me to get this together, but here we're on our way to Outer Banks in early morning hours. And I did not record any of the stops, but I will see you on the day after we got there.
Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche, we're on the run.
So we happened to get in late the day before and didn't do very much. On Sunday we just kind of hung around at the pool and kind of was recuperating, and by evening we decided to go out to eat at this really nice barbecue, and I got this kids meal, and boy was it out of this world. You may want to double check. Beach day, beach day.
All right. Gas it. Now go out towards those buoys. Head for the buoys. Right over there. Over this way. Yeah. Stop, the buoy's going out. Gotcha. Stay on the right side of the buoy's going out. Okay. Right now, we're in the northern zone. We want to go up and down. No, stay on the northern side, he said. Head toward that boat. Yeah. Turn the wrong way. She's good, she's good. Good job, Mama. Get in there, girlfriend. Get out, baby. Oh, damn it, I should have brought my... The one thing you have to do is we can't go down towards that pier. You can go anywhere you want. You can go to Oregon Inlet. What they say, no further north than the bridge. Yeah. So you may as well head south. Put that back. I put this down on that. Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. Is like I could step down to that seat.
Right, I would have stood there a couple of times.
Yeah, look first. Zero and high.
Is that why you We'll try telling him you're related to him. I just feel that's the thing I want to do.
This is Thursday. We have one more day at the beach before we head back on Saturday back home. A little bit of an overcast today, but the water feels so nice. Filming that baby seagull. I'm zoomed in and filming that baby seagull, yeah. I'll just mute the sound and put music to it. Hi guys, we had a nice day at the beach. As you can see, I got some really good sun. We have one more day of our vacation, and then I'll be heading home on Saturday. Today is Thursday. So yeah, and you could tell, I'm just showing you a little bit here. I am fried. So I think I'm done with the sun. Time to leave and go home. I am back home. I got most of the stuff loaded onto my car. I still don't have my camera gear, so I am filming this on my iPhone, but I have to finish unpacking. I got cleaning to do. My hair looks a mess because I didn't do anything with it after getting my shower this morning. But I've got some stories to tell you. Oh my God. The ride home. You know, the ride home was more pleasant than the ride down, but also less pleasant, if that even makes any sense. It's like, oh my God, the ride down, someone from our group decided to change the GPS and took us through DC, Washington, DC. And I don't know how long we were on I-95. Oh my God, what a nightmare. Traffic. And what I hate about I-95 is you're in a lane. You get on 95, you're in a lane. And then all of a sudden, that lane becomes an exit. And you got to move over. And you got bumper to bumper cars. And you're like, where the F am I going to get in and squeeze in and get out of this lane, because this is not my exit. That beltway is a nightmare. And I mean, the ride down, it was so confusing around the Washington, D.C. On the way home, we totally avoided that. But the passenger I had with me, he has prostate issues, I guess, but he had to use the restroom and didn't tell me right off the bat. And so as soon as we get off the island, right, I went to the gas station because I wanted to fill up before leaving Outer Banks. Well, while pumping gas, supposedly he had an accident. He pissed himself. And he's getting into the back seat and going through his stuff trying to find a towel. And I'm thinking, what's going on here? I didn't notice his pants at first. And he gets his towel out and he lays it down on the seat. I have leather seats, by the way. And he says, well, he kind of pissed himself, he said. And I says, aren't you going to change? Don't you want to run? Why don't you run in and change? Apparently he had no clean clothes. And who knows where in the back his clothes were. He had twice as much shit as I did in my car. And so I rode with the windows down because I didn't want to smell it. And it took me 12 hours to get home. 10-hour drive down, but 12 hours to get home, right? Because I had to drop him off, and he took forever to get his stuff out of my car. But anyhow, back to my story. He stayed in his pissed clothes the whole ride home. It probably took about 10 hours to get from Outer Banks to his house. And then he's about 45 minutes away from me. And another half hour for him to unload. And I had to drop the keys off as well from the house at the realtor's office. That took an extra half hour. So there's my 12 hours. But he gets out of the car, and he's taking one thing out of the car and taking it into the house and coming out, getting something else. So I took it upon myself. I started just putting his stuff in his driveway area because I wanted to get the shit out of my car, and I wanted to get on my way. I wanted to get home. I had just been driving for 11 fucking hours. And we got to his house probably around 6:30 in the evening. Maybe 6:45. It was still light out. Oh, no GPS in his area, right? So, but that's a whole nother, I'll get to that in a minute. So, the whole ride home, I don't know how he wasn't embarrassed to go into stores and stuff with his pants. Like when he wanted to go and get his junk food on the way home, every time we stopped somewhere. But anyhow, back to my story. When we got to his house and I got everything unloaded, and he picked up the towel, the seat stunk like urine. I'm like, oh my God. And I said, hey, do you have Lysol wipes or Clorox wipes or something? The seat stinks. He just kind of chuckled a little bit. He says, I might have some spray or something, like Lysol spray or something. He brought something out in a bottle. I don't know what the fuck it was. All I knew is I needed something on my seat. And I wiped it off. It had its own odor. And I'm afraid I'm waiting to go out to my car to get the rest of the stuff out of my car. See how bad that odor really is. So yeah. That was my issue getting home. Had no trouble navigating. It was pretty much easy riding. The only hiccup is the way home. We avoided DC, but you can't avoid 95 unless you want to add 3 hours to your travel time. 10-hour driving is long enough. I'm not driving 13 hours. And I was just so freaking tired by the time I got home. My son came out. He at least had ordered food and had half an Italian hoagie from a local pizza shop ready for me. But what a nightmare. I'm just waiting to go back out of the car and see if my car stinks. You know, don't get me wrong, this guy is a really nice guy. He really is. Excellent cook. He made us these awesome breakfast burritos for the group. There were 8 of us in the group, and he made this excellent breakfast burrito. The man knows how to cook, and he's very pleasant. but a little bit on the lazy side. Someone else in our group, I'm not mentioning names, for privacy reasons, I'm not going to mention names, but it was mentioned to me that she had to clean up after him at the house. And I'm like, it's not your job. He should have done that. But I guess it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of the stuff put away. This angle, I know it's odd because I'm on a very small tripod because all my camera gear's in the car. But I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this put away.